Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Business College of Technology. Today we are going to discuss a case study on rechange of these IC engines into solar vehicles. So initially we will discuss what is the disadvantages in the IC engines. Okay. So in the IC engines, the fuel used are the derivatives of the fossil fuels, the petrol, diesel. But as this is a non-renewable energy resources, it is exhaustible. So we can't get any life from it. And second major issue is that the rise in the oil price. So now it has reached nearly around 100 rupees. So this may be increased beyond 100 rupees in the next coming days. So, and the third one is the pollution from the IC engines. So now the Indian government have made that BS Bharat stage emission norms. So if you take Delhi, it is the most polluted city in the world. It is ranking under the 4th or 5th place like that. So these issues are because of the emissions from the IC engines. So, but in our day-to-day life, without vehicles we can't live, because transport is very, very important. So other issues are, so the emissions from the IC engines are affecting the ozone layer. So this affecting of the ozone layer causes the global warming. So what happens is, so there is a penetration of ultraviolet rays into the earth. So these much problems are existing due to these IC engines, but we are still using more number of IC engines. So what is the solution? So what we have to do? So one thing is, we can reduce the transport of the vehicles. So that nowadays we can see most of these persons are using cycles. So there is no fuel and no pollution. And also when we cycle, what happens is our health is also good. So see the number of advantages by using the different technologies. So in such a way that we have to turn over, switch over our IC engines into the other technologies. So what the technology we can implement? So if you take solar energy, so solar energy is a renewable source which is abundant in nature and can be easily fetched. So there is one technology, is the solar photovoltaic technology. So in the solar photovoltaic technology, what we are doing is, we are converting the light energy into electrical energy with the help of the semiconductors like silicons. Okay. So initially, we can make these vehicles as a hybrid vehicles by introducing the solar energy concept. So for that, what we have to do is, we can install the solar panels on the roofs of the vehicles. So as the solar energy can be directly converted and can be used to charge as a battery. So from the battery source, what happens is, we can make the vehicle to run. So when we are doing like this, what happens is, so the fuel cost is not there, and then there is no emissions, and third one is, so it is eco-friendly. So till the life of the vehicle, we can use these vehicles, and also the lifetime of the battery is to 3 to 4 years. So this has to be replaced. So other things are not majorly affecting. But if we switch off like this, so if you calculate the fuel cost, so that total cost is savings. But initially when you go for an solar vehicles, so the cost will be a little bit higher. But many of them are stuck towards the cost. Because initially if they tell the cost is high, so they turn their view to other way. So this is the today's scenario. But we have to do some calculations. So what is the initial investment, and what is the maintenance cost, and what is the returns? So if you compare the IC engines, so if you, I will tell you a small example. So if I am using a two-wheeler vehicles to come to college daily, so if I am spending some 2 liters per day or 1 liter per day, so it will be around 200 rupees per day. If I take a month, some 24 days I am coming to college. So if I make this 24 days into 200 rupees, what is the amount is 24 into 200, it becomes 4,800 rupees. So approximately 5,000 rupees we are spending for the fuel for a month. If you calculate this for a year, then what happens is it becomes some 50,000 rupees, okay, or 60,000 rupees. So this 60,000 rupees for a year we are spending for the fuel. So when we go for the solar vehicles, this 60,000 rupees is saved. Okay. So if the IC engines, so for example, I am telling if the vehicle of the IC engines is a cost around 5 lakh rupees, the solar will be costing around some 8 lakh rupees. So 3 lakhs is higher. But if the smaller calculation, if we take that cost of the fuel, so if we are using a vehicle for some 8 years, so we are saving around 60,000 per year, approximately I am telling. So if you take 8 years, the amount is around 4,80,000 rupees or 5 lakh rupees we are saving on the fuel. But in this, some 3,000 we are spending the amount to get the electrical vehicle. So although if we spend 3 lakhs, the remaining 2 lakhs is a savings for us. So this is not a real calculation. To understand the concept, I am saying, giving a small example. Okay. So let us switch over technology to the solar energy, and we can also say the vehicles, existing vehicles, how to switch over to the solar technology using this photovoltaics. Okay, that's all about this case today.